Jim Verdieck. I once heard Jim Laird say about Jim Verdieck. He came out of his mother's womb wearing a baseball cap, carrying a clipboard, wearing a whistle. The coach is coach. And Dennis Vandermeer, what a smart guy to have Jim Verdieck in his corner for all those years. Jim Verdieck coached 37 years at Redlands, 15 national championships, no scholarships. That's a true sign of coaching when you're trying to win without scholarships. Jim Verdieck, the 10-minute warm-up drill. We've talked about how we take a combination of Welby Van Horn's balance approach, grading checkpoints, and we have kids in the beginning of practice drop hit 5 balls on balance, forehand side, 5 topspin backhands, 1 or 2-handed. They all hit one-handed underspin, and they all hit on balance. So that's a practice routine we have. The Jim Verdieck 10-minute warm-up drill is to take 10 exercises, service line to service line. Did it every day when his team would warm up. Great in many ways for players coming back from a layoff, from injury, but every day you'd start off, one player, we'll show this on the court, is right up at the net, just hitting a forehand volley, hitting and holding. His partner would be back on the service line, and they would hit 1 minute, so it would be a volley with an extended follow-through, and they're moving their feet very quickly. And they're hitting at a pace that's appropriate to their level of play. But there's great organization every time, and they're volleying, and then they do that on the forehand side, so they exchange, that's 2 minutes. And then they go to the backhand side. So one player's just up at the net, backhand, quickly back, center position, and the other player, 1 or 2-handed, they're moving their feet, and it's a very modified motion, but they're taking the backhand, modified ground stroke to the volley. So that's 4 minutes. Then he has you up at the net and you alternate volleys. As you alternate volleys, then what happens, you're alternating the modified ground stroke. So one player's up at the net, they're hitting a forehand volley very quickly, hitting the backhand volley, and their partner's back in the service line. So he exchanged 1 minute, 1 minute. Then he does it with a mini lob. Throw up a mini lob and they're just going through a soft overhead. Every time, organization, ready position. So they've done lobs and overheads as well as ground strokes and volleys. And then it's just one player hitting an easy serve, the other player catches it back, and you get up to 10 minutes very quickly. We'll show that drill on the court, but it's definitely something that you want to do with your players on a regular basis.